Hello, I am Lawrence, and I'm going to be showing some of the maps and stuff I've made for my portfolio. I'm also known as Huddy in some circles, and I'm going to just go ahead and start with the BzFlag maps. I have one of my siblings connected onto the server. Make things a little more interesting. He goes by Solar Thor. Anyways, here we go. This is Sandstorm, a basic deathmatch map. Nothing that too special, really. Although, I decided to make it in a desert environment, because most BzFlag maps are just on flat, green grass, brick cubes. I decided to diversify it out, make a few cacti, desert, flying planes. The blue and green topped pillars are bounces that can bounce someone up higher. I'll go over the different features. This hoop thing. You'll note on my radar in the lower left corner, when I shoot a bullet, it shows up as a little dot. Watch when I shoot through this hoop. Well, that failed. Sorry, let's try that again. Up. So watch my radar as I shoot into that. You'll notice that the bullets appear at all different places in the map. That's because the middle of this hoop has a teleporter. It's not restricted to just bullet transport. I can go through it too. It connects randomly with one of the other hoops on the map. And there's Solar Thor hopping on one of the bounces. You can see him on the radar. Normally BzFlag doesn't have any ramp climbing, but I was able to change that by setting a certain bounce to this ramp. So as I go and jump onto this, it's just bouncing me up. I'm not touching the controls at all right now, except for that right there. And I can get up here. And that's really all there is to show to Sandstorm. There's a few more tunnels and other interesting things. Hey, Solar Thor, go through the teleporter again. There he is over there now. And I'm going to start up the next map. Next we're going to do base number 20, I believe it was. Sorry, a moment. I forgot we back down. There we go. Okay, Solar Thor, reconnect. Now, base number 23 is slightly different. It's a capture the flag map rather than deathmatch. And I created a couple custom textures for it too, as opposed to using the desert map with all just default BzFlag textures recolored to make things slightly more interesting. But this map is capture the flag. One of the major points of this map, though, is it's got these transparent grates things. I turned on the server settings so that when you're moving up and down, your bullets move up and down at the velocity you were moving when you shot. So, I can shoot people above the grate because the bullets go through, or below. The cloud layer above, sorry, I guess I'll do down here first. The only surface in all of BzFlag that supports reflection is the very bottom layer of the map. So I utilized that in order to make some type of reflective, watery lower area. And I added in some flowers, at least my attempt at flowers. this map is a little large for 2 people, so Solar Thor is just messing around there. And at the top you can see there's some type of clouds forming. That was the rain engine. When it rains, it leaves little puddles, but I was able to change their texture and their duration to try to make a cloud layer. I don't know if I succeeded or not, but I got interesting results. And next we're going to go over the doors if I survive Solar Thor's little thrashings. The door, as you can see, opens when I come in, closes when I come out. BzFlag doesn't support moving objects, so I was able to make a mesh with level of detail, where as I get closer, it just changes itself to a more open state. It's not a real door, so it doesn't block bullets, and I won't see other tanks going through it. But it's an interesting element I was able to put in. That's all there really is to show for this map. Next we'll go on to Fusion, and there I'll get my revenge on Solar Thor. It's up, Solar Thor. Okay, this is Fusion. It's much different from many other BzFlag maps. No custom textures in this one, just recolored default textures again. However, the main point of this one is it's made for much quicker action than the others. The jump, well, I picked up the wing spike so I can jump twice, but the regular jump is much shorter than the regular jump in BZ, thus allowing for faster action gameplay and more interesting elements. Right here is a fortress where normally you can't shoot through it. But if we hop onto the other side of the fortress and we go on this lip, I can shoot at Solar Thor, and all he can do is die. Normally I can't fly like this. I picked up the wings flag earlier, so I can fly all I want to. That puddle thing is just for interesting effect. I couldn't figure out a better way to make something happen. The entire map is has the basis of exploration as one of its themes. All the super flags, all the really good flags to get you really good stuff, are hidden in the same areas. So, if you know that guided missile flag happens to be in this corner, which it is, I just have to walk into the corner, wander around till I pick it up. Not that long though. There we go. And then I have to little Solar Thor paused out, so there he is. All I have to do is lock onto him. What's going on over there? You keep popping out. Okay, anyways. Flag placement isn't the only reason for the interesting structure. There's also lots of fun little places to just wander around and explore. Like, for example, over here, I've got one of the circle things as an entrance. And as you see, there's a somewhat secret area over there that we can't get to because we're too thick. So we hop over here, find a tiny flag so that we become tiny, and then we can go into that area. Although, I haven't found many rewards, haven't figured out what exactly put as a reward in here. There is a water pool which you could fall in and die. There's also several other smaller force fields and a mini fort here, meant to support team gameplay, or team deathmatch strategicness, or non-team deathmatch strategic. Force field here. And now I'm just gonna actually fight Sword Thor, though. And win, of course. I always win. I got the shockwave flag here, so instead of shooting bullets forward, I release a giant burst of energy. So, even though he has the wings flag and he could fly away, I can get him with my shockwave. And looks like we got each other there. This server also happens to be online. If you go online, press / and search for Huddy, up will come up on Fusion and my base 23 map, in case you were interested. Anyways, that's really all there is to this video, and I'll see you next with Secret Mario Chronicles.